Hi.
Hey.
How's it going?
Hello.
Greetings.
Alright, let's try that again.
Welcome to Will Podcast for Laughs. On this episode, we talk about our favorite music and concerts. V talks about concerts for Vegas locals, and we talk about our pet peeves with the whole concert experience. And it's all today on Will Podcast for Laughs.
Hello, and welcome to another fantastic episode of Will Podcast for Laughs. With your host,
V.
Ian.
and Taylor.
And Taylor.
Hey, how's it going? So we hope you guys are enjoying another fantastic morning. It is a beautiful morning, I think.
Thursday.
Yeah.
It's Thursday.
It's Thursday.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so concerts and music. So do you guys know, remember your first concert you ever went to?
Yes.
What was yours, Ian?
I'm thinking about it. Hold on.
Okay.
I don't remember. Been to a couple.
So I did not go to a concert until I was like a full-grown adult. I was like 22 years old when I went to my first concert.
My first one was a local band when I was like 14. Just a local,
okay. It was just
band.
like a small little thing, not
at
like
the
anything.
At the 702 skate park, they used to have concerts there until there was a shooting there.
Oh my gosh, that's awful.
I swear to God.
that's not.
And it was actually just random funny story about that. It happened the night that I was there, but after I left, it wasn't at the same concert. There was it was like a little metal concert, a bunch of little local bands, and then after that, all the metal crowd left, and there was a rap concert. And at that concert, some dude broke in there and shot like 3 people. No one was killed, but
this was all in San Francisco?
No, this was here.
Oh.
Here, 702 skate park. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I was like 14, 15. Yeah.
That sounds ridiculous.
No one died or
Nothing
anything,
like
but people
that
were
tonight.
injured, and and they actually ended up closing down the venue after that.
Wow.
I never went back there, but that was my first concert.
So that's a crazy experience right there.
I suppose. Well, waking up the next day and finding out the place got shut down because there was a shooting right after I left.
For sure.
Yeah.
I wasn't allowed to go to concerts. I didn't really listen to a lot of music. The first music I ever listened to was I was in 7th grade and I borrowed a CD from my girlfriend. It was the Eminem Curtain Call explicit version.
Yeah.
And my dad found it and he was like, "What?" He was so mad. And I was like, "Dad, this is what it is. This is the music kids are listening to this day, you know?
This is the hip stuff,
Palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy, there's vomit on a sweater." And he's like, "Stop it. You cannot rap." And I'm like,
nervous.
yeah.
When the service, he's calm and ready to drop bomb.
Yeah.
But he keeps on forgetting. When he wrote down, the whole crowd grows so loud. He opens his mouth, but the words won't come out. He's choking now. Everybody's choking. How? The clock's run out. Time's up. Over.
Yeah. I used to know the words to every single
back to
Eminem,
me.
every single Eminem song. And then I didn't go to concerts until I was like 18, 19, or 20. I can't remember. All those years blur together. But one of my friends was like, "I'm going to Chris Brown." So I went to see Chris Brown, and the stage he was on, it was like a it was a circle, and it kept like going up and down like tipsy toe. So he was dancing like edge to edge, and he had like all this thing on, and I was just like, "What is happening?" And then the one thing I realized about concerts that even to this day, I'm like, why? Everyone stands. And if everyone's standing, like, you have to stand so you can see, and I don't get that. I'm like, guys, we have seats. Can we just sit down? And that's why I'm not a good concert goer, because I just want to sit and enjoy the music. I don't want to be up on my feet like, "Wah!"
The main bulk of concerts I go to are metal concerts, and I'm a person who likes to get in the mosh pit, so I'm always standing. I'm always on my feet doing,
I'm not
down.
that person. That's why I enjoy like plays and theater, because you can sit.
Sure.
But with concerts, you gotta be up on your feet.
I get hyped,
And it's like, oh, this is exhausting. I feel like I'm in Catholic mass all over again. Just up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. But being from the Las Vegas, the city of entertainment, we have so much music and concerts and places to go.
And they're all overpriced.
Yeah, very true. Today, actually, is the day that Lady Gaga is launching her residency at T-Mobile Arena.
Oh, really? Is she doing a residency there?
She's going to be at the, is it the park? Or
I'd go see Lady
Park
Gaga.
Theater.
I actually like Lady Gaga.
So she's doing 2 different shows. So she's doing her standard Lady Gaga show, and then she's doing like a jazz show.
That's cool.
And I really want to see that one.
That seems
that
interesting.
sounds really cool. So Yeah, she launches that today, and then I'm so sad. Britney Spears was supposed to come back in February, and she's not coming because she had like a family emergency or something. But I love Britney.
Yeah.
I would go to like
Britney.
big concerts. Like I want to go to like.
It's Britney.
The biggest bands I've ever been to is Iron Maiden. Yeah, I saw Iron Maiden, Megadeth, and a couple of really big metal bands.
Here's my question to you, because I only listen to like mainstream radio.
I listen to mainstream radio too.
Like it's only like pop, Taylor Swift stuff.
I'm really into trap music.
You're really into what?
Trap music.
Okay, so
like modern rap and
how
stuff.
do you
I
find
love Drake.
stuff?
How do I find stuff?
Yeah.
I listen to the radio, or I go to Pandora and I pick an artist that I already know, and then I just sit there and listen to everything related to it.
Okay, because I feel like people who are more in the musical world, like they know all these great songs, but I'm like, I've never even heard of this song, and I don't hear them on the radio.
Yeah, sometimes
So
they're
I'm
not on the radio.
How do you
too.
guys find these
Pandora.
artists? Pandora. Do you
Pandora
prefer
is-
Pandora over like Spotify?
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Spotify, but I love Pandora. I use it all the time. That's my main like music.
Are you one of
that and,
those, like,
YouTube?
Where they're like, oh, so what is it? Up your service so you don't have like free streaming with no commercials.
I do
One of those people?
at times when I can afford the subscription. I will do that
Yeah.
because when I'm listening to a lot of Pandora, it's worth it because
Yeah.
those ads get annoying. It's like,
I heard that.
thanks for listening to Pandora. Like, okay.
Yeah, I've heard that Spotify. I don't know if Pandora does it, but Spotify, if you put in like your student email, they'll give you a discount for being a student.
Oh really? Amazon does that for their like Amazon Prime and all that. You can get
Yes.
You can get
Yeah, I
6
have.
months of free Prime and then reduce price.
See,
after
okay,
6
so I
months of free
did
Prime.
that. I signed up for that because I was taking a movie class and I had to watch movies and they were
Sure.
only on Amazon. So I was like, oh, sweet, 6 months. And then I told myself I'm going to cancel after 6 months, right? Totally forgot. And then all of a sudden it just starts debiting out of my account. And I'm like, what is going
But it's
on?
only
Like,
like $6 now.
well, I don't know what happened. It's like I pay like full price.
Oh,
So I
really?
have to go back in there and fix
I
it.
pay like $7 for mine every
For
month.
Prime?
Yeah, Prime every month because
Yeah.
of the student discount.
I
thing.
gotta fix it because I just noticed it the other day. I keep hitting my pen. I'm sorry. It's a terrible, terrible mistake. I'm sorry. I used to do that all the time when I was in like school, and it was like the most annoying thing. What about your first concert, Taylor? Where'd you go see?
Technically, my official first concert I went to go see was Garth Brooks,
Oh.
but I fell asleep halfway through.
Oh.
So my actual first concert was the Trans-Siberian Orchestra,
Oh, that's awesome.
and that was
That'd be really cool.
a kick-ass show.
Yeah.
As I have said in the past, my one of my favorite genres, actually, it probably is my favorite genre of music, is that like symphonic rock,
Yeah.
where it's like rock music with the full orchestra accompaniment. And TSO, damn, are they good?
Yeah.
They are
They're
really good.
so good at it. You ever seen a TSO show?
No.
I've never
All right,
seen it, but I've seen them
trust
play
me,
in videos
You've
and stuff.
heard their music.
Okay.
Like, you hear those, like, Sunny 106.9. Oh, they live off of TSO music at wintertime.
Really?
Yeah, they do a lot of Christmas music and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
And it gets really orchestral.
But they don't just do
Like
Christmas.
pentatonics?
Yeah, kind of like that.
And they don't do just, like, Christmas music. Like, they do, like, Beethoven's Last Night, which
Ooh,
is an
cool.
album entirely dedicated to just classical music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So-
awesome.
But they add more like of a rock element to it, which is really cool.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
I am not a rap fan other than Eminem.
I'm a huge rap fan. I love rap.
I don't like being screamed at and not understanding what you're saying, and it just.
My favorite groups are like Sleep, which is a metal band that you guys probably wouldn't know them, but and then the Wu-Tang Clan. Like that's like my life. Like I love Wu-Tang Clan.
I love
Wu-Tang is for the
oldies.
children. Quick shout out to the Wu-Tang Clan.
I like oldies. I don't know.
Oh, I love oldies too. I
Yeah.
love music.
I just think like music is one of those things though where everybody has a connection with some sort of music. I think that's what's cool about it is that
Definitely.
there's like so many different kinds and genres and artists, and there's so much out there that I feel like there's something for everyone.
So
you know?
much for so many different people. Yeah.
And I love being in a place where we can go and see a bunch of like Deb and I went and saw I don't know what they were called. We went down to the Brooklyn Bowl and we saw Thank you, The Darkness. I was saying thank you to my brain because I remembered it on my own. The Darkness, and that was like a random thing we went down to do, and it was it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And at first I was like, he was like, you want to go see the darkness? And I was like, I like outside, like the night. And he was
The
like,
night?
no, like the band. And I was like, I don't know what they are. And so I went with them, and then we got there. I was like, oh, I know the song. Oh, I know this song. Oh, I know this song. I can recognize the song,
Yeah.
but I'm like, if someone asks me like who sings it, I'm like, I have no idea.
Yeah.
Like absolutely no idea. So that's why I have my Google Pixel that tells me the name of the song and artist.
Shazam!
That's right, and built in, and it's very nice because then people ask me, I'm like, oh, this is da 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 5th edition by blah blah blah, and they think I'm really smart, but it's my phone.
But I'm not.
I'm not. It's a lie. One thing I wanted to throw out there for anybody who is listening to this episode, if you do live out here in Vegas, I get asked a lot by people like, how do you find things to do and places to go?
Yeah.
We have a lot of stuff happening in the city, and depending on your price range of what you can do. So Vegas for locals is like the best place to go and look up stuff because they have the free things to do. They have all the local stuff from like the Brooklyn Bowl to like the stuff going on like in Summerlin and stuff going on in Green Valley. And then they have like the big shows on this trip. And if you sign up for it, you get like discounts for being a Vegas resident, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the times people are like, don't want to pay. Like I looked up Celine Dion tickets. They're like $600 for like the back row.
That's how much it was to go see Metallica in November or whatever.
Like,
For Celine Dion?
yeah, I mean, I could do more research. I did find
do
some
more
that were like,
research.
what? Like that's the other thing. Don't just if you're listening and you just like go online. You go, like my mom does this. She just Googles stuff, and she'll be like, "Oh, I found tickets to the Smith Center. They're $400." I'm like, "Mom, that is not accurate. Do not go through whatever because people repost and sell tickets.
Only go through official channels.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Don't go through
Ticketmaster.
Ticketmaster.
No Craigslist.
Yeah, and don't buy like when I was in. They do this here in Vegas, but it happened more to me in New York. When I was in New York, you'd be walking around Times Square, and they just have the people there that are like, "Do you want tickets? Do you
Like
want
the
tickets?"
scalpers?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they sell you stuff, but then like they've duplicated them so they don't work, and we have some of those people out here in Vegas. Not a lot of them, but
Yeah.
for shows and stuff, don't trust them.
Yeah. Definitely.
Don't trust them. But yeah, Vegas for locals is a good place to go and like get lists of everything that's going on in town.
Yeah.
That's my PSA of the day. What about you? What are your experiences with music? Anything dramatic happen to you you can think of, Taylor?
Oh, other than TSO, I saw TSO twice.
That's awesome.
I have seen Hans Zimmer, and he is probably the best show I've ever seen. He is a composer that does like a bunch of movies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So like Interstellar, he did the score for that.
Okay.
Pretty much every Nolan film, like The
Oh,
Dark
cool.
Knight, Inception. He does like the DC universe.
Mm-hmm.
Minus though, I think Wonder Woman. I think he did the theme for the Wonder Woman reboot, but that was it. But just he's so good, and he's right up there with that whole idea of the symphonic rock. But what's sad was probably it was the last live concert show I saw. Other than of course just like a regular strip show.
Mm-hmm.
I saw all of them at the Chelsea at the Cosmopolitan. Or is it Aria? Where's Chelsea at? Is it Aria or is it Cosmopolitan?
I'm not sure. It might be.
It's one of the two.
I've been to the Aria, but I don't know if that's. In
But
there.
the Chelsea Theater, I got to see at Lincoln Park, and
Oh,
I
that's
got
cool.
to see them May, and
It's in the
Chester
Cosmopolitan.
committed
Just looked
suicide
it
in
up.
July,
What?
and so I got to see them literally less than 2 months before they went. And the funny thing was it was like I really couldn't afford them, but I was dating somebody at the time where I was just like, yeah, you know what, screw it, let's
Yeah.
go. It's like
That's the pressure of I feel like living in our city is that like you can't. Stuff's expensive.
Yeah.
It is expensive. I mean, there's a lot of concerts that I go to, even the ones I go to, which a lot of times are more underground bands and stuff like that. The concerts can still be really expensive, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we went to this one concert. It was a festival. It was a music festival, but it was for mostly underground bands. The vast majority of the bands were underground or smaller doom metal, death metal bands. It was called Psycho Fest. They do it at the Hard Rock every year, and for some reason it was like $300 a ticket. It was
Ooh.
There was so many bands there I wanted to see that we deemed it worth it that we saved up and we ended up getting tickets to go, me and my girlfriend.
That's cool.
But there was a lot of bands she wanted to see too, but it was very expensive and it was
Yeah.
worth it. But we didn't end up going the next year, even though the next year almost had a better lineup just because of how expensive it was. We couldn't afford the $300 again per ticket. It was quite
Yeah, there's
costly.
some things that are super priced, but they're worth it.
They
Like
are worth
all
it.
the
It's
shows
great
I
shows.
like. Well, one of my favorite shows to see in town that's not really music, but Blue Man Group.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, I've heard they're good.
They are so fun.
Yeah.
They're one of the most fun shows to see. I've seen them so many times.
I've
seen
seen
them
one
again.
of the Cirque du Soleil things.
Which ones you've seen? Do you remember?
I don't remember which one it was. I was maybe 15 when I saw it.
Okay.
It was cool. It was really cool seeing it. I
want
remember
to
it was
see
fancy.
one of our friends works at La Rev.
Oh,
He's a
good
diver.
Show. Good show.
And I really want to see that one. That's
cool.
like one of my top of my list. And then there's just so many good shows. That's one of the things. Like you don't realize it, and then you're like, wait, there's so many good things to see. And I've heard good things about everything, but it gets pretty pricey, for sure.
Yeah, especially and the worst part isn't even necessarily the tickets. That's one thing. You could get some shows, you get in, it's reasonably priced and all that, and then you go to buy like a beer or something, and the beer is like $20.
Yeah.
And you're
like, what? Yeah, exactly.
Yup. Waters are like $6. Yeah.
I bought my girlfriend a margarita, and it was a 6-ounce margarita, that big, and I got a 24-ounce beer. It's a good sized beer. It's a big old thing, right? And my beer was like $12, and hers was like $15, and it was a 6-ounce margarita that big.
Get wasted. Yeah, that's true. They do hype up the prices.
That's pretty bad.
But I'm not a big concert goer, but I enjoy music.
We did have a comment in the Twitch stream where my best friend, he had commented that his favorite genre is deathcore.
Yeah.
Ooh, what's that?
Extreme death punk music.
The man works all hours of the night, so I'm not surprised that would be his genre. Yeah. But definitely, like, he works in the cold. As I had mentioned earlier this week, he sent me a beautiful letter. In the letter, he talks about the fact that he's broken every finger and knuckle in his hands doing the job he's doing.
Oh my
so I guess if anything, he needs something to relieve himself. He needs that.
Yeah.
He needs that absolute rage.
Oh, I understand that. Me and my girlfriend went to Las Vegas Death Fest this last year, and that was quite fun too. I love extreme music like that.
I don't do any of that stuff.
We're really into the extreme
That's one of the
music.
things, like, Devin loves music, and he'll go to pretty much any show, and then he just leaves me behind. Because I'm like, I can't do it. Like, I can't go to Lady Gaga. Not because of her. It's mostly because, like, the people in the crowd are just so
That's why I like the push because you get to push those people.
Oh,
you get to push them all over the place.
I can't
and it's just
do it. I'm not a
experience.
great concert goer. But I enjoy music from a distance.
Yeah, sure.
Well, that's what that's the thing I hate about Chelsea Theater. So it's all standing room.
Yeah, see?
The show, and it's just like, like I'm glad I got to see that.
Hard rocker like that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's just like I don't.
And nowadays,
people bumping
like,
into me.
Yes.
I'm not happy.
And now with like the age we live in, everyone has their phones up.
Yeah.
Every single person.
Yeah.
And so that's really annoying if you're standing there and every single, like, I get it. Trust me, I want to take photos and videos too. But at the same time, it's like, and just enjoy what you're doing. Like, it's, I don't know. So that's why I stay away from concerts because I'm a little bit of a hater, a little bit. But,
well, all right. I think it's time to
wrap it up.
Call this one an episode.
Yes. All right, guys. Hope you learned something, I guess, today. And sorry for our little lack of energy here. We're running on our fumes, but
and then Taylor's choking to death over here. I apologize.
Dying. So Taylor may not be here tomorrow, but we'll be here.
Yeah. You might be
No,
dead.
we're just kidding. He'll be here. Let us know concerts and music you listen to, types of stuff you like. Send us stuff. We're curious. We'll listen.
Yep,
if you're a musician, share that. That's cool.
And,
musicianness.
Oh yeah, definitely. Let us know if you're a musician. That's cool.
Devin wants to be a drummer.
I know. Hold on. I gotta.
I don't support this.
Why not?
Because it's loud, Ian. That's why.
You can get electronic drums.
I told him
you can get electronic drums that he can plug headset in.
We just heard about this actually like a month ago. One of our friends has them, and I'm like, you can have those. I do not need freaking cymbals. Oh my gosh, no, thank you. I told him he could get a cymbal. Just get one cymbal, and he could just hit that over and over, just like. And then when he gets that down, we'll add one more, and then he gets that, we'll add one more. Yeah. No.
Real quick. Just while I'm here, a couple shout outs. There is a pretty awesome, I wonder what they call themselves. Hold on. Let me find their genre on Facebook. They call themselves metal. That's what I was going to say. So they consider themselves a metal thrash, but condemned existence. It is a band, one of my cadets, definitely, but they've only got 1,500 followers on Facebook. But they are a metal band from Reno, Nevada. As their Facebook says, they're implementing many metal subgenres, and that the band has a blend of fast thrash parts with groovy rhythms and breaks. And so, yeah, check them out. I went to school with the bass player, S'mores. So, yeah, give him a like. S'mores. Well, because his name combined makes s'mores. And then as well, a shout out to Jared Lindberg. He is a pretty talented musician as well. So those are my
cool.
musician friends. Shout out to them.
Anybody. I mean, I had a friend who her boyfriend. They have a band that's pretty well known here in Vegas, but
I've dabbled in music and
they
stuff.
stopped.
My ex, she plays, or not I've had some people that are pretty talented.
Violin.
Yeah, stuff like that. My current girlfriend, she plays drums.
Oh, don't tell that.
She knows that. She's quite a good drummer. Actually, you know.
Yeah, that's hard. It's hard stuff. I got no rhythm. Can't do it.
I've dabbled in music a bit myself, but it's mostly vocal stuff.
I've done that keyboard when it lights up and you just follow the little lights on the keyboard.
I do like singing and stuff actually.
You sing? Oh snap! Tune in tomorrow when Ian sings for us.
Not tomorrow.
Welcome to Will Podcast for Laughs.
Love. What kind of you do? What if you did like
all kinds of shit.
opera?
Oh,
You
okay,
built
well,
up the
okay,
opera.
Welcome to Will Podcast for Laughs. Or you get that screamo like.
Stop! You're gonna scare people. Okay, too far, boys. All right, let's wrap it up.
All right, wrap it up, Fuzzball.
All right, well, give your shout out to Branson, Missouri.
Good night, Branson, Missouri.
There you go.
We're coming for you.
All right, bye, guys.
By the way, hashtag not a sponsor.
Hashtag not a sponsor.
Hashtag,
Stay amazing.
Hashtag they have no idea who we are.
Love you. Bye.